Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining our webinar today. Hope you're all keeping well, all things considered. We're just going to have a bit of a slow start just for the second while we wait for a couple more people to join. While we're doing that, we'll just go through a couple of housekeeping items. So first of all, given the situation most of us find ourselves in right now, both Øystein and I are presenting from home today, as you can probably expect. So with that in mind, I'd kind of ask that we're forgiven for any surprises, whether they're technology or home life related. I think I've turned my doorbell off, and I don't think in this weather that anyone's going to get a lawnmower out. So I think we're covered there. If anyone has any questions or comments throughout the course of this webinar, please do feel free to drop them in the Q&A section of the GoToWebinar app. Although we won't be taking any breaks in the presentation to answer questions as they come in, we will have time at the end to answer any questions that have come in during the webinar. So yeah, anything in the chat or the question section we can get to at the end. So we can go through the introductions now. My name is Richard Knott. I'm a senior manager in market development at Shure UK. I mostly look after end users and consultants, and occasionally get involved with systems integrators as well, and occasionally work on webinars like this. I've been at Shure for 4 years, yeah, right now with our offices closed, I'm spending a lot of time working from home, as I'm sure many of you are. For those of you who might be new to us as a brand, Shure are a 95-year-old company headquartered in Chicago in the United States with representation and distribution worldwide. Although we are split into 3 distinct vertical markets of musician and consumer audio, pro audio, and integrated systems, everything that we're talking about today falls under the integrated systems bracket. You can, however, find information on everything that we do on Shure.com, and you can learn more through our online education system, the Shure Audio Institute. We'll be providing more information on that later. So now I'll hand over to Øystein to introduce himself.
Yes, thank you for hosting us, Richard. We at Huddly are very excited about the partnership between Shure and Huddly. So my name is Øystein Grimstad. I have 15 years of experience in the video conferencing industry, and I recently joined Huddly as a solution architect. Huddly is a technology company founded in Oslo, Norway in 2013. We combine Scandinavian design hardware, software, and AI to create innovative products for everyone who uses video to collaborate. Our products are flexible, inclusive, easy to use, and software upgradable. Thank you.
Nice. So our agenda today, as I think was mentioned in the details that went out before the webinar went live, the plan is today that we will we'll plan not to take longer than an hour, including Q&A. However, if we do really get deep into Q&A, we are happy to keep things going, but the presentation material itself shouldn't last any longer than around 40 minutes. So yeah, so the rest of our agenda today, as we've been through introductions, we will move on to the value of high quality AV and why it's more important than ever. Then I'll hand over to Øystein for a product overview on the Huddly IQ camera. I can talk through some of the items that are in the Shure audio ecosystem. Then we'll take a look at how the new ecosystem bundle configurator works on our website. Then we'll look at some of the example room diagrams that we've produced to go along with the configurator. And then we'll just close out with some further information, some links on where to find some more bits and pieces, and some Q&A at the end. So what are we actually talking about today? Well, as you're probably aware, we are now very pleased to be working with camera manufacturer Huddly to provide a brand new set of integrated systems product bundles. What this means right now is that we can offer the Huddly IQ AI-powered meeting room camera as an add-on for a complete AV solution in a variety of bundle choices. These bundles provide greater convenience for specifying meeting room technology, whether you're an end user, an integrator, or a consultant, and they also come at a discounted price compared to if you select individual items. So depending on what your needs are, there are a whole range of different bundles, which all include our various multi-award winning array microphones from the Microflex Advanced range. You have a choice of processor and interface, and then also our MXN5 loudspeaker, and of course, the Huddly IQ meeting room camera. For the full list of available bundles and their associated pricing, please contact us and we can help you with that. Or of course, contact your systems integrator or distributor for more info. You're absolutely welcome to contact me or your local Shure associate directly, or you can even find an inquiry form on shure.com where someone will be able to get back to you. So although this is really just an overview presentation, if you do have any technical questions or want to go more in depth in anything, please do feel free to ask anything and we'll aim to answer. So there's some really good reasons to look at bundles like this, and reasons why high quality AV for meeting rooms should still and should really always be taken seriously. So we might not all be able to meet like this right now, as we can see this group in the picture, but I think it's fair to say it won't be like this forever. And if we're staying positive, it won't even be like this all year. Humans are naturally social creatures, and although we might start to see changes to things like furniture layouts in meeting rooms and possibly even restrictions on room capacities in the nearer term, there will still be a distinct need for high quality AV equipment in meeting rooms to help bring people together, even if they can't physically be in the same room as each other. We've seen already some businesses are making changes to their real estate plans one way or another, but the need for AV hasn't gone away. So as a brief summary, some of the key benefits of investing in quality are as simple as these bullet points named here. Increase productivity, can reduce overheads, we can develop better internal communications, and we can also create greater opportunities for flexible working. When we think about the effect that audio quality has on meetings, whether they're from home or the office, we've seen through independent research that 81% of IT decision makers say that better audio has the biggest impact on improving the quality of virtual meetings. We also found that through some research we carried out with Frost & Sullivan that high quality audio is absolutely essential to drive these inefficiencies out of meetings. So when we think about these actual Shure and Huddly bundles themselves, there are some key features to highlight. First of all, and probably most importantly for this webinar that you've all joined today, we're now bringing you this great Huddly IQ camera in full HD with 150-degree field of view to really top off these audio ecosystem packages. You can use an end-to-end networked audio chain from a brand that you trust. We can ensure audio clarity no matter where participants are located in the room. And a lot of that is down to us leveraging our steerable coverage technology, which is contained within our Microflex advanced microphones. So with a number of options available to you, you can be certain that there's a solution for you. Shure's IntelliMix DSP, or IMX DSP as it's sometimes abbreviated, is our DSP processor and interface, which can help bring you echo and noise-free audio so that you can have really great meetings every time. And then finally, a nice added bonus there, AES 256-bit audio encryption allows you to add an extra layer of security on your Dante audio network. So as we now offer the MXN5 networked loudspeaker, this means that you can deploy encryption from mic to interface and also interface to loudspeaker, securing your entire networked audio signal chain. So those 6 points there are just some of the key things to think about as to why these bundles really make sense. So now I'll hand over to Øystein for a bit of an overview on the Huddly IQ camera.
Thank you, Richard. So this is the Huddly IQ camera. It's a small and powerful camera. It's USB powered and compatible with any platform. It's perfect for small huddle rooms, medium-sized meeting rooms, and open collaboration spaces. A 150-degree wide-angle lens delivers an immersive video meeting experience, and in combination with Shure, giving everyone a voice and a seat at the table. It's platform agnostic. It will work with any platform. Just plug it in and you're ready to go. Next slide, please. A neural engine allows IQ to see and understand and respond to its environment in real time. With Genius framing feature, it can detect people in its field of view and respond automatically and framing them. So what you see streaming from the camera is on the left, and what the camera sees is on the right. And the IQ is designed to get even smarter over time with announcement and new Genius feature releases. The IQ gives organizations a crucial insight into how their meeting spaces are being used. With Huddly's unique single lens multi-stream functionality, IQ detects and counts the people in the room in real time. This data can then be securely shared with management dashboards. Next slide, please. So this is from the Huddly app, where you can experience what the Huddly IQ camera sees in real time, and we'll touch base on that later in the presentation. Next slide. The camera is a small and powerful full HD camera. It's Zoom and Teams certified, but will work with any platform. Next slide. So this is a short overview of the camera dimension, and as you can see, it's quite small and easy to place. Next slide. In the box, it comes with a Huddly certified USB to A cable and an optional mounting bracket to ensure that it will fit any screen. Next slide.
Thanks, Øystein. So now I can just talk you through the products which we are currently including in these ecosystem bundles from the Shure side of things. So on the microphone side of things, we have options with the MXA310. That's our table array microphone, which is both Zoom and Microsoft Teams certified. The MXA310 is great on its own for rooms of around up to 8 people, or because all of our microphones are totally scalable and flexible in their use, you could use multiple MXA310s to cover much larger spaces. Next in the ecosystem bundle offering is the MXA710. So this is the most recent addition to the Microflex Advanced microphone range. We have 2 models available that you can see here. So we have the 2-foot version at the bottom and the 4-foot version on the top. The 2-foot version is recommended to be used up to 16 feet away, and the 4-foot version is recommended to be used up to 20 feet away. So what we tend to find is that this is ideal. So you could use the 2-foot version on a wall in rooms of around up to 12 people, and the 4-foot would be great in rooms of up to around 16 people. Now, although the MXA910, which I'll come on to next, is arguably the best performing microphone that we have in terms of audio quality, and it offers the most capabilities in terms of what it can do with audio, the MXA710 is the most flexible in terms of how it can be installed. So although the key point for the MXA710 is that it can be installed on a wall, and that can be either horizontal or vertical and above or below a display. It can also be installed in a table or in the ceiling. So very, very flexible bit of kit. And then lastly, in our microphone options, we have the MXA910 ceiling array microphone, which is Zoom and Microsoft Teams certified. and yeah, is great for your medium and large rooms, or even divisible or very large spaces where you're looking to do some slightly more complicated things. One thing I should mention there, although the images shown have shown microphones just in 2 colors, all of the microphones, the 310, 710, and 910 are all available in black, white, and aluminium. Now, although the MXA 310 and MXA 710 cannot be custom colored, the MXA 910 is able to be sprayed. So you could remove the grill and you can custom color this to a color which suits the environments in which you're installing it into. That would be a third-party service. So when we think about the middle part of the signal chain that we're offering as part of the bundles, we currently have 2 options available. So first of these is the P300 conferencing processor. This is our Zoom and Teams certified interface, which includes 8 channels of DSP, and some of your connections on board the P300 include Dante, USB, and analog, as well as a 3.5mm connection. Most importantly, there is probably the USB connection, which enables you to very simply and easily connect that to a device in order to provide a connection to the audio system and the VC system. Now, quite exciting is that we have also decided to include one of our really good revolutionary products, which is our IntelliMix Room software-based DSP. So anytime you see this icon, that's what that is. That's the IntelliMix Room DSP, sometimes abbreviated to IMX Room. Now, this is a software that lives on Windows 10 based devices. So if you're running something like a Windows 10 based Microsoft Teams room or anything of that similar ilk, you can install this software. It will live as Windows service in the background, and you can remove that need for a black box DSP and have your network microphone and network loudspeaker talk natively over the network to this software without a box in the middle. And then finally in the signal chain is our MXN5 network loudspeaker, which we introduced last year. This is also Zoom and Microsoft Teams certified and provides a great way of finishing off your network signal chain just with a single RJ45 to provide audio output into your meeting room. One of the things that we've found is because this is a very nicely designed and high-powered loudspeaker, rooms which in the past you might have installed probably 4 small form factor 100-volt line speakers in the ceiling, this MXN5 you can safely get away in 12 or 14 person meeting rooms with just 2 of these in the ceiling. One of the nice ways of showing this is by using our designer software, which I'm going to mention shortly, where you can plot all of your audio coverage in any given meeting room. Now, although these items are not included in our product bundles, it would be wrong of me not to mention them. So on the left there, we have our new MXA Mute networked mute button. This has been a really great accessory to include as part of our Microflex Advanced range. So what you see there is a touch capacitive button which can be installed into a table. It also fits the same size 22 or 25mm holes which may have previously been used for maybe boundary mics in a table, so nice for legacy installs. And then all of the electronics required to make it work are contained within the block that secures the button itself to the table. And with a single RJ45 and connected to the same network as the rest of your Shure devices, this will interface natively with all of those Shure products and enable you to mute and unmute the whole system with mute sync with your VC platform really easily. One of the nice things about it being touch capacitive is also that there are no mechanical elements to go wrong, so there's no issue for breaking a mechanical button. It's also IPX1 rated, so any small spills or things like that can be easily taken care of. And then finally, the ANI USB matrix is another great accessory that we have to enable very straightforward on and off ramp for USB and analog audio via Dante. So onto some pieces of software which I should probably mention. First of all is our designer software. All of these software that we're talking about here are free, I should add. So designer is great for planning projects that are in the design stage, where you want to see how specific microphones or systems would perform in a given space. So within designer, you can pull in floor plans via an image file and plot how your MXA 710 or MXA 910 and the MXN5 loudspeaker could perform in this space. It's also key for systems integrators or users on site who are looking to commission and configure their Shure devices over the network. Designer can connect to these devices live and provide updates and configuration to those devices. System On, which is represented by this icon in the middle, is our remote asset management software. This is now completely free of charge, so there is no reason not to order it on your next order of MXA products. Now, this is a server-based piece of software which you can install, and this is able to monitor a whole range of Shure devices across the network and provide real-time monitoring and reporting, as well as email and text notifications. And then finally, we have the Huddly desktop app, which I can let Øystein tell you a bit more about.
Yes, the Huddly app makes it easy to control your camera to get the perfect framing for your meeting. You can adjust the camera's field of view using pan, tilt, and zoom, or you can just let the Genius framing detect the people, automatically framing them. With the app, you can enable or disable this feature. And with the IQ Vision within the app, as shown on the previous slide, you can experience what the camera sees in real time. The Huddly app will also notify you every time we release a new update. It's easy to keep the camera up to date with the latest features, quality improvements, and software enhancement. The app is available for both Windows and Mac and can be downloaded from huddly.com. Thank you.
Thanks, Øystein. So for more information on everything that we've discussed so far, and to find out more about using the configurator tool, which we're about to look at, you can head to shure.com/ecosystem. And now I can just give you a quick walkthrough of how our ecosystem bundle selection wizard works on our website. So this is really nice if you're not sure maybe of where to start, and you can follow this through and at the end come up with a single product code which you can then pass on to perhaps your systems integrator or someone else who you work with to assess. So in this example, we will look at a meeting room that is 7 to 12 seats. Then we're provided with these three options. So we can look at maybe a table mic, a wall microphone, or a ceiling microphone. And the thing to remember here, there is quite often no right choice as which is the best. It really comes down to how you feel most comfortable with using those microphones in a given space. For the purposes of this walkthrough, I'm going to pick a wall-mounted microphone. Then, as I mentioned before, we're offered the three choices of white, aluminum, or aluminium if you're not from the US, and black. Then we have the option of the IntelliMix P300 or the IntelliMix Room software-based DSP. So I'm going to pick the IntelliMix Room software-based DSP because in these meeting rooms that I'm designing, I want to get rid of that black box in the middle and just have software. then of course I will add the Huddly IQ to my bundle. So what I get at the end there is this single SKU or single product code, which I can use either to request more information, or I can then request a quote if I'm dealing with Shure directly. And I can see there that the products included in that room bundle are the MXA710 IntelliMix room, 2 of the MXN5 loudspeakers, and 1 Huddly IQ camera. One thing to note there as well, with regards how the code is constructed, where it says 712, we know that 7 is representative of the MXA710, and the 2 means that it's the 2-foot version. So if you create a bundle which says 714, that would mean that it's the 4-foot version. Then if we click see an example, we're led to our room diagrams. Now, I can just breeze through these as you can find these later on, but I did just want to highlight that all of these room diagrams are available on the website, and these are really, really useful for getting an idea of how all of this equipment will sit together in a room in a very straightforward fashion. So this first one that we see here, we're using 2 MXA310s, 2 MXN5s, and the IntelliMix Room software-based DSP with the Huddly IQ to provide a whole AV system for that meeting room. As we go on, we can see some smaller systems with 1 MXA310 and 1 MXN5, and a couple of different options. And the MXA710s being used on the table. That would be quite a large room with a long table and 4 loudspeakers. And as we go through, you can see for yourself that there are different ways to have the equipment set up in all kinds of different formats. And then I think as we close out there with some of the MXA910 settings. So after all of that, you can find more information as you mentioned earlier on shure.com/ecosystem. That's probably the best place right now to find info on everything that we've spoken about today. Or head to huddly.com, where you can find out everything about the Huddly IQ camera. As I mentioned, if you want the full bundle and pricing list, get in touch with us, and we can look to help you out with that, or at least put you in touch with a systems integrator who can help. 2 other interesting microsites to check out are effortless.shure.com. So this is our make connections feel effortless microsite. There are a whole host of different white papers and blog posts, all available for free on there if you want to learn more about audio in general, or how we see technology working in the workplace. And then sai.shure.com is the Shure Audio Institute, where you can sign up for our free online learning platform, and you can even accrue CTS RU points, which is great if you're doing any of those Avixa courses where you want to keep up your points there. We also have this same webinar being held in some other local languages. So if you have some colleagues, maybe if they want to attend in a local language and don't want to listen to me speak English for an hour, then we have a session in German, a session in Dutch, and a session in French, and they're being held on the dates shown there. Finally, if you would like to get in touch with me, if you would like more information, if you want to tell me how great this webinar was, or if you want to tell me that I'm really terrible at presenting, send it all here. I'm quite thick-skinned. I can take anything that you throw at me there. So feel free to email me, and I'll be happy to help. And I think, just with these 6 closing comments, I can tell you that, as we've said as a roundup, these bundles are collaboration platform ready. We're offering streamlined configuration by using these products. These will give you easier maintenance of your overall meeting room technology system. We can provide secure encrypted audio across the network. It's a wholly video-enabled system, and these are cost-effective by presenting you with this additional discount for buying the bundle as opposed to individual items. So with that, I'd like to say thank you. I really appreciate everyone that has taken the time out of their day to join us today. We're only 1 minute over, yeah, really appreciate it. You may receive a very brief survey afterwards. I think it's like 5 questions. We would be really grateful if you could fill that in, as it really helps us to improve and continue to bring you content like this. And Avon, I'm sure you're keen to say thanks as well.
Yeah, thank you everybody who took the time to listen to us.
Great.
And thank you, Richard, for hosting this.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. And as I said, we are just really pleased to be partnered with Huddly and to be able to bring you these packages. So with that, I can ask our marketing department to close this webinar, and I'll wish you all a very good day.
Good day.